Welcome to the guide for my favorite starter build, Occultist Bane. If you played this build in previous leagues, here is the short update. The most important, build is still excellent and you can use it to farm tier 16 rare maps. You will need to invest around 100 chaos. Here is the gear I used to farm those tier 16 maps. I paid for my one 10 chaos. Uh, Helmet was 4 chaos. Shield 10 chaos. Amulet 4 chaos. 3 chaos rings. 1 ring. Second ring was 5. 4 chaos was gloves. 1 alchemy belt. Boots, I think was 6 chaos. And my 6 link body armor was 40 chaos as white, and I used around 5 chaos to craft it. I also spent 9 chaos for 21 level Bane, probably cheaper at the moment, and I spent 5 chaos for level 21 Essence Drain. And I think that is all. In total, it should cost less than 100 chaos. At the end of this video, you can watch full tier 16 map clear. Also, in my pinned comment, where is it? Here is the path of building. I will post path of building link. You can check notes in path of building for additional leveling information. Here is the example how to get cheap items for this build. Let's look for helmet, Hubris Silklet. This is the best energy shield base. Minimum 260 energy shield, total elemental 50 and total intelligence 30. So if you search, you can see that the minimum price at the moment is 50 chaos and you don't want to pay 50 chaos. So to find cheaper, let's look for helmets with empty prefix, one, and now 150 energy shield minimum. Let's search. And okay, I forgot to put crafted, not crafted. So let's search. Here is one nice with tier 1 to maximum energy shield, and I see that there is a space to add another energy shield mod with my bench, crafting bench. It has nice amount of resistance, nice amount of intelligence. Let's buy it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And now just add 74 up to 74% with your crafting bench. Cost 2 chaos. Let's see. 66% is not bad. And let's use armorer. And you get around 270 energy shield helmet for 10 plus 2, 12 chaos. You can use this method to get your gloves, boots, shield, and even your body armor. But for body armor, I prefer to just buy a white 6 link and then craft with alterations and regals. And now for wand, how to get cheap wand. Let's search for level of chaos spell skill gems, chaos damage over time multiplier, empty prefix 1, crafted now. If you search, there is empty prefix space for another spell damage mod. So it has nice amount of spell damage implicit, as you can see. So for 5 chaos you can get some nice want. So let's buy it. Why not? You can always resell it and make some currency. Here it is. Accept. Thank you. And now just use your crafting bench. Where is it? Spell damage. Here is spell damage for chaos. Craft. I hit the lowest, but okay, still okay. So, and you can use this one to farm tier 16 maps. It is good enough. And it was 5 plus 4, 9 chaos. Now, let's see how much I can sell it. So, probably not much more, but instead of empty prefix, let's remove this and add spell damage. Total increase spell damage. In my case, it is 78%. And let's see, 27 chaos damage over time multiplier, 78 total spell damage. Search. This one is with 90% for 40 chaos. So I can sell this one maybe for 30. Now, for the people who never played this build before, let's start with some leveling information. In Path of Building, in Notes, you can see what skill and support gems I use as I level up, and also you can see what passives I pick while leveling by choosing different passive trees. So there is 10 points, 17, and so on. So this way you can see what passives to pick as you level up. Now, this is one huge wall of text. So here is the most important information. To reach Act 3, you can use Holy Flame Totem, Flame Wall, and Fireball. In Act 3, around level 26, you can switch to Bane. And you will need 2 wands with +1 to level of all Chaos Spell skill gems. I used these 2. And it is nice if those wands have some spell damage also. Also, very nice mod is Chaos Damage over Time multiplier, but it is hard to find it on these ones together with level of Chaos Spell skill gems. So better option is to go with +1 to all Chaos Spell skill gems. Also, when you switch to Bane, you will need at least 1 4-link for your Bane, and colors are 3 blue, 1 green. It can be body armor, helmet, gloves, or boots, doesn't matter. So you at least need 1 4-link. The next important step is after you finish Act 5 and you get hit with -30 elemental resistance. At that point, my advice is to spend some alchemy orbs and buy some gear and to have your elemental resistance capped. Together with instant life flasks, I use 2. You should use at least 1 instant life flask, and with capped elemental resistance, it is much easier to level up. Also, you can start looking for some cheap 5-link to increased damage for your Bane. I think in Act 7 I got this one. It was 1 chaos, I think. Now price is probably much cheaper. And after, when you finish Act 10, you should have around 2000 life and 2000 energy shield. For energy shield items to switch to Chaos Inoculation and energy shield build, you will need around 50 chaos. So if you don't have that currency, you can farm tier 1 to tier 5 maps on your life plus energy shield. So don't switch to Chaos Inoculation if you don't have all energy shield items. And just be sure that your elemental resistance is kept. And here is the 5-link body armor I used at the start of the maps. You don't need 6-link right away. I tested and this 5-link and I farm up to tier 12, even tier 13 maps, red maps, is possible to farm with only 5-link. For tier 16 maps, you will need some nice energy shield 6-link body armor. Now, let's talk about items you need, energy shield items you need for this build. The three most important items are your wand, shield, and body armor. On shield, you should look for +1 to level of Chaos Spell skill gems, that is the main mod, intelligence, and some resistance. Your shield should be at least 200. On all items, you should look for intelligence. So, very important mod is plus to at least 30 or 40 intelligence. As you can see, I have intelligence on all my items except on wand. It is possible to have it even on the wand. With very high intelligence, you get more mana and more energy shield. Also because of passives on your passive tree, because where is the passive tree? 1% increased spell damage per 16 intelligence, so that is caster mastery. You also get more spell damage. As you can see, now about prices. You should not pay more than 10 chaos for all items, for each of these items, except for 6-link body armor, which is around 30-40 chaos. Now, how to get cheap 6-link? You should look for a good energy shield base, at least item level 75, white. Then you can use just your Orb of Alterations, 1 Regal, and get at least 450 or close to 500 energy shield that way, depending on what base you get and depending on your luck with alterations. I spent, I think, like 40 alterations and 1 regal to craft this body armor. The last mod you can add with your crafting bench. On gloves, again, intelligence resistance, at least 130, 140 energy shield. On boots, 120, 130 is enough, with intelligence, some resistance, and 30% increased movement speed. Very nice mod is cannot be chilled, but it is not easy to get it. If you get lucky, then go for it. Belt is cheap, unique. It is 1 alchemy orb. Now for rings, look for intelligence and resistance and tier 1 if possible to maximum energy shield. As you can see, I think I have tier 1 on both of my rings. And on amulet, pick one with strength and in dexterity. This build is missing lots of strength and lots of dexterity. And intelligence is important. And two other mods are to maximum energy shield and increase maximum energy shield. Look for those mods on the amulet. As you can see, I did not use uh, anointment. Anointment is a bit expensive, and if you don't have currency, it is possible to farm even without anointment. And if you don't mind spending currency, you can pick. Where is it? Let's see. Here it is. No. Overcharge. 8% chance to gain power, frenzy, or endurance charge on kill. Depending how much currency you have, it is nice to have that anointment. That anointment is very nice for our defensive setup for cast when damage taken. Immortal Call, increased duration. Your Immortal Call will be much better with those endurance charges. Okay, for now, let's talk about Flask. Uh, you can use, it is optional, you can use Flask you like or you already used to have in a Path of Exile. This is 5 flasks I prefer to use. Sword of Divine with one instant Divine Life flask. This combination will give you instant energy shield back. It is with 20% quality, it is almost 1000 energy shield instant after you use the Sword of Divine flask. Enduring Eternal Mana flask is also optional. The main reason I like to have it is because of grants immunity to bleeding. So this way I don't have problems with corrupted blood. Last two flasks are for your movement. You should use one silver and one quicksilver. Let's see. And also, if you want, that is also optional. You can pick Julius sockets and use Julius like this. So you look for chaos damage over time multiplier, increase maximum energy shield, and third main mod is damage over time multiplier. Those three mods on one cobalt are probably around 30-40 chaos, so you can get cheaper version without that third mod. So I think I paid this one 5 chaos or something like that. It was maybe even cheaper at the start of the league. Okay. I think that is all about items. Now let's talk about gems. Here is your main skill, Bane. Links are Despair, Punishment, Control Destruction, Swift Affliction, and Void Manipulation. If you have 5 link, don't use Void Manipulation. Now I prefer to use, your main curse is Despair, and I prefer to use second curse, Punishment, to increase my damage. Now it is optional. You can use a defensive curse like Enfeeble or Temporal Chains as your second curse. And the reason you can use two curses is because of, where is it? Here it is. Malediction. You can apply an additional curse. And yes, just short info. First Labyrinth, you should pick Profane Bloom. In second Malediction, in Merciless Labyrinth, pick Void Beacon, and the last is Withering Presence. You don't need to pick Vile Bastion, or where is it? Yeah, you may think that this defense is better than Withering Presence, but actually this 50% more chaos damage is very, very nice. Okay, that was Bane. Now next, Essence Drain. Your second damage skill is Essence Drain. Links are Control Destruction, Void Manipulation, Efficacy. Instead of Efficacy, you can use Green Gem, you can use Swift Affliction for a bit higher damage. As I said, your main defensive setup is cast when damage taken, Immortal Call, increased duration, and I like in this setup to have last gem Discipline, Vile Discipline. This way my Vile Discipline has a longer duration. It is more than 6 seconds, and without increased duration it is only 4 seconds. Next, for your movement skill, I prefer to use Flame Dash linked with Arcane Surge and faster casting. You should keep Arcane Surge at level 6 or maybe even lower depending on how much your Flame Dash costs. You can see my Flame Dash costs 29 mana, and that is the reason I am using level 6 Arcane Surge. In my shield I have Spell Totem, multiple totems, and Wither. And here is Malevolence, my second aura. So I'm using Malevolence and Discipline. Now, here is a short explanation how this build works. So as you can see, I have 1 life and over 9,000 energy shield. And the reason it is because I picked Chaos Inoculation. This is energy shield CI build. So, your Bane is fast casting area of effect. When you cast Bane on your enemies, you also apply 2 curses linked with Bane. In my case, Despair and Punishment. Because of Profane Bloom, enemies explode, and it is extremely easy to play. Most of the time, inside the maps, you just need to use Bane and Flame Dash. Now, at the boss, you also have Essence Drain. So at the boss, you cast first Wither Totems. These Wither Totems are putting debuff on the boss or any enemies, other enemies. With 15 stacks of Wither, boss will take 90% by default more damage. And with where is it? Corruption, it is even more than 90%. I think it is, I did some calculation, it is 120 or 130% more damage. And that is for both Bane and Essence Drain. So you first cast at the boss Wither Totems. After 2 times, after 2 casts, you can have 3 totems at the same time. It takes less than 2 seconds, close to 1 second, to apply those 15 stacks. Next, cast Bane on the boss and hit boss with the Essence Drain. Essence Drain also has, like Bane, long duration, so you don't need to spam use it. Hit boss with Essence Drain, then you can have time to run, avoid damage until you need to reapply your Bane and Essence Drain. Now, how your defense is functioning in this build. Let's see, let's take some damage. Okay, you see my damage and my energy shield went right back. And the reason, it is energy shield recharge. Here it is in your defense. You can see I have at the moment almost 5,000 energy shield recharge per second. And how this works is you need to avoid damage for less than 2 seconds to start your energy shield recharge. And because of Wicked Ward, energy shield recharge is not interrupted by damage if recharge began recently. This recently means in last 4 seconds. Now you can increase, there is ways to increase this energy shield recharge by picking passives on your passive tree and also by using items with this mod. The second important mod for this energy shield recharge is faster start of energy shield recharge. By default, it is 2 seconds. You need to avoid damage for 2 seconds. But if you have faster start of energy shield recharge, which you can get on passive tree and on your items, it will take less than 2 seconds. In my case, let's see my where is it? Here it is. Energy shield recharge occurrence modifier plus 58%. So that means that I need to avoid damage around 1.4 seconds or maybe 1.5 seconds. You can pick points like, where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Essence infusion to further increase your start of energy shield recharge, to decrease this time. And also you can get this mod on your items. Now, beside energy shield recharge, you also have combination of Sword of Divine and instant life flask. This combination, let's take some damage. You get around 1,000, you can get around 1,000 instant energy shield back when you use Sword of Divine with Divine Life Flask with instant recovery. And there is a third way to start your energy shield recharge. It is with Vile Discipline. So you can use Vile Discipline when all other methods are not possible. So you cannot avoid damage. You are in the middle of the mobs. You can start using, and those 6 seconds, it is almost impossible to die, because you are having, depending how much energy shield you have, you can have close to 5,000 energy shield recharge per second. Of course, if you pick mods that increase this energy shield recharge, you can have close to 6 or even more than 6,000 energy shield recharge per second. Now, also about defense, Immortal Call is very nice. If you have currency, be sure to get Anointment Overcharge to further increase this defense with 3 endurance charges, you will get, let's see, it is 4% physical damage reduction per endurance charge, so it will be 12% just from endurance charges. Also, you will have frenzy charges, that is 12% more damage with 3 charges. Did I forget about something? Let's see. Yes, one last.
When I'm ready, and not
info
before.
is if you have huge amount of dangerous mobs, it is good to cast bitter totems in front of that pack. So these bitter totems will slow the enemies and also you can use them as decoys. So monsters are targeting your totems and not you. Now, if you have any questions about this build or about crafting or about making currency, you can join my Discord server and post in general text channel or send me direct message. I'd be glad to help you. For the end, you can see the full clear of tier 16 map.
when I'm ready and not before.